Hello, 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 hello. Wow, I kind of missed doing that. I really did, honestly. But yeah, you guys remember how I dug 2 million blocks and everything? You know, every like is a 100th mind. This is the final result. I'd recorded a bunch of replay files and everything to make a grand video and like really like hone into my editing skills and go for my magnum opus. And then my computer did a thing. We don't talk about that. Let's move on. As some of you know, this is my creeper farm. I based it off like a giant kaiju like Godzilla, so I always wanted to surround it with a town. Like, life continued even after the creeper was trapped and imprisoned. And I slowly want to add, like, inside these buildings, we would add the other farms. So, like, if we check over here, we have my iron farm is this giant, like, watchtower that would watch over and ring the bell if the creeper ever like escaped, as well as this little like shop area that I'm sure, as you can guess with the cobwebs over there, that we have downstairs. You would go to a spider spawner. It's nice little added touches, and I want to add like a giant like fountain in the middle where the town like organizes and has events and all that, you know? Fun little dumb lore stuff. Today on this video, since I did the tower in this building on stream, I wanted to build like a little town center for if I fly over here, you guys can see that I have a sugarcane farm, a very horribly efficient glowberry farm, because I just built it without looking up any tutorials, and I'm sure people can notice what the inefficiencies of this are. And then we have over here a dripstone. I was going to call them stalagmites, which I guess they are, but either way, a dripstone farm. Now I want to kind of combine all three of these into a little like open market area that we can have right here next to the spider section. And I think that would be really fun and cool to do as a project for a video. So how about we try it, huh? Now I know you're probably thinking, wow, this is kind of small. Yes, it is. We're going to be building underground because I want to make things hidden, almost like my iron farm, which I just realized I didn't really explain properly on how it works. So in case you haven't checked out a stream or just can't guess what is happening here, let's go right. Okay, that was rude. Anyway, let's go down here and show you what's happening. So this collects bone blocks, this collects iron blocks, and if we go to F4, our free cam, down here we have some villagers freaking out, panicking because of a zombie. He's aptly named Zombie. Zombie? Hello? English? Hard. Iron golems sometimes spawn in the wall, other times. Anyway, we're gonna ignore him. So then their iron or roses would go into this hopper. It would go into this chest, which promptly goes into this dispenser, which is on a little clock that senses when there's stuff in there, shoots it out. If it's a rose, it gets picked up by this hopper, which goes into this crafter to make bone, well, goes in this composter, and then once it makes enough bone meal, it goes into this crafter and then gets shot out into this bubble column, which I'm sure you can guess where that goes. And then if it's not roses and it's iron, goes over here, where same thing applies, goes down here, and it goes to make an iron block. But since iron can be made into multiple things, obviously, like an iron nugget, we have a comparator set up to compare it to a crafter that has a fully set up iron block. And yeah, once it senses they're the same, it sends a pulse to tell it, hey, craft, and then it shoots and makes it, and hey, comes up here and, oh, hey, who's that idiot? And yeah, that's how the iron farm works. So really this build has absolutely nothing to do with the iron farm, but it looks pretty. So that's kind of what we're gonna do with those 3 farms over there. I almost just walked into a cactus. That's kind of what we're gonna do today with those 3 farms over there, with the dripstone and the sugarcane. I don't know why I just forgot sugarcane and glowberries. I think I'm gonna put the glowberries, if I back up here, I think I'm gonna put the glowberries on the roof, since obviously I did copy this build, like I've copied that build, I've copied this build, but I add my own extra flair to it. Obviously, I try to add my own touches to things. I'm not creative enough to come up with ideas off the cusp, or if I do, you know, we have the chunky creeper boy. Oh my, stop. Anyway, we'll probably do something original for the top, where I can have like 2 or like a few glowberries to keep hitting over and over. And I think for our collection system, I've separated this in 2. So this side, it will be sugarcane, this side will be dripstone. And I think our collection system, I might want to try iron golems. They're not the most efficient thing at all, but they're cute and I haven't had a reason to use them. I'm also like, just like the iron, that's not the most efficient thing at all. But also, if we come over here, I have so much sugarcane, I never need it again. We're good. I can promptly fly wherever the hell I want to go, you know? And I'm sure I can make plenty of sugar and whatever else. These 2, I'm not that plentiful of them, but how much am I going to use glowberries unless I'm building with it? But bone meal helps with that. And this, I do kind of want more dripstone, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. It is a worthy sacrifice for the look. So naturally, I've decided to do this build at like 4:30 in the morning after I've worked for like 8 hours. So this should be interesting if I can understand how redstone works this late. So the bad part is I don't know, like I'm bad at visualizing things. So I'm trying to visualize the farm in my head right now, staring at this hole. And I don't know if I've dug too deep, you know? I think I have though. Yeah, because it's fine. We'll figure it out, guys. Also, I definitely dug this to, like, this was fine. The level. I thought about it, and, like, obviously sugarcane would be, like, 1, 2, 3. And we'd be right here already. And that's just counting if I put the block right here. I was thinking to raise it up a block, but then you'd be busting through the roof. And we ain't busting. Not like that. How are we getting, if I am using iron golems, how are we getting the iron golems? Like, how are we getting their copper chests somewhere up here in this room? That is a question. Because we could use bubble elevators like I did over there with the iron farm. But in what, like, at that point, why use the iron golem? Or not iron golems, copper golems. I really hope I haven't been calling them iron golems. Underneath here, we could have the rails to pick it up with a minecart, hopper minecart, and it could bring it to a copper chest, and we could have a little golem buddy like drop it off in a chest, like that's just barely peeking. Wow, this sounds kind of screwed up. I'm kind of just burying him underground and never letting him see the light of day. But I got no butt there actually. Okay, so this is a mess. I changed things around from the last thing you guys seen. Last time we were facing this way, now we're facing this way. And yeah, it is so ugly. It is, oh my god. You guys are gonna be yelling at me in the comments, I'm sure. But anyway, so it goes over here to collect. I didn't even test this, so we're gonna find out one way or another. Hello, little buddy. we're gonna have to figure out a name for you because I feel somewhat bad about what's about to occur. But I'm just now realizing he is going. There's no way you don't get in the way of this, right? So, like, theoretically, let's say this were. Does he go? Is he able to fit? Oh my god. Wait. Okay, wait. This may work? Maybe? Just in case you guys thought I forgot as well. I have honeycombs. I just want him to age slightly just because, I don't know, I like the look better instead of just the straight up bronze look. And, I really got nothing else. Do we need the glass floor? Like, do I want to see it? You know, I do want to see him. He's a very cute little guy. And hearing the little clinking sounds underneath is kind of fun. This has got to be like 10 out of 10 worst ideas ever. So let's build another one over here for the dripstone, which I'm just now realizing the dripstone is going to have to be slightly lower because dripstone can grow from the floor as well as the top. We don't want to screw. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So that's the redstone part done. I think maybe possibly. So this is, yep, he blocked it like I thought he would because he's all the way over there for some reason. Why? Okay. Bud, why are you all the way over here? Okay, that answers that question. Okay, so I think I finally got it. That took me embarrassingly more longer than I thought it would. I am shocked he hasn't aged more to prove that fact, but all right, this is in. It is a mess. We never have to be down there. Really know for sure. Yeah. And I gave them little windows to stare at each other. I don't know if that's messed up or not, but it's fine. It's fine, right, guys? Right? Yeah, but it's very inefficient, but it's pretty. It's pretty. And now we got to work on the top part for the glowberries, which I've just decided we're not using the copper golems. This 2 was too many. So there may have been some small tweaks. As you can tell, the glowberry farm did not get put on the roof, but we did have some fun. I could probably add more details up here but that's a future problem, me. If we come down here to me, hello, hi. We could go back into first person. So this is the collection area system. I kind of quickly decorated this just because my brain is fried from how stupid I am, but right here, you get your dripstone. Then I added a little barrel that you can put your extra dripstone in. Over here is your sugarcane, extra sugarcane. And over here is your glowberries, extra glowberries. And here's a ladder that you can go all the way up. Like I said, I saw this design on YouTube, so this is not my design whatsoever. I'll probably, if I remember, hopefully, I'll make sure to put, like, I think I found it on like Reddit. I'll put the Reddit link of this build there if you would like to see a much better example than mine. But all right, let's go into F4 mode. Let's go into free cam mode. And as you can tell, I allowed the little buddies some friendship time. I'm very afraid to show you guys what's below here because I am not a redstone guy in the slightest, and things got messy. So as you guys saw, this is our very messy sugarcane section. Oh wow, that's about to break soon. Anyway, and then if we come over here, as you can tell, this is a little different. Our little guys are together. And I didn't know how to do the sugarcane up here, like I mentioned. So, or not the sugarcane, the glowberries. So I just continued it onto here and then just extended the track. Is that make sense? Not really, no, but it's fine. Also, I may have screwed up here, so ignore these two. Road. Eventually, the observers are going to see something else and break them all. No matter what hasn't produced the Glowberry, and this hasn't produced the Drip Zone the entire time I've been building. So, that's just great, you know? I'm sure I didn't screw up anything, right? Haha. Smile. Oh my god, my guy looks too derpy with the helmet on. I swear. I mean, he looks derpy with the helmet off too, but you know. But yeah, okay. I think I'm happy with this. So we could probably tear those down and slowly keep this going. Because now we have a building for our spiders, building for our iron, and this little, like, I don't even know what this would be called, because I was calling it like a little, like, yeah, I don't know what the correct term for this would be. But it's a nice, cute little build. I think next I want to do a water fountain right here. Will that have a farm in it? I'm not sure. We could, that is a good question. And I'm sure, wow, maybe that's not a view anyone wants to see. This is the view that not even a mother would love. Anyway. All right, but I think that is where I will call it for today, because my brain is shot. But definitely, if you would like to keep updated, keep updated. No, I said that right, I think. Maybe I'm not sure. Anyway, if you'd like to keep updated with this build process and slowly watch me transform this, I almost said sand desert, but I guess there's no other type of desert. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It is 5:30 in the morning. I worked again, and here we are. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, if you would like to watch me do any of this stuff, you can follow me over on Twitch at Mill65 or subscribe here. Make sure to leave a like and all that jazz. I know the stupid YouTuber stuff. But yeah, I will try to make sure to post more videos updating this, as well as more videos on this world. This is definitely like a test video to see, first off, how like easy and well I can edit it, as well as the interest level, you know? So yeah. Ow.